Hello, tubers. It's your crazy British bloke here.
And you're a Canadian carpenter.
Well, where are we today, Joe?
Today we decided to take a day off there, Chris, so, you know, I thought
Yeah.
that went up good, didn't I?
No. You're right.
You
Carry
want
on.
to redo that one?
No, they want it raw. It's raw.
Is it?
Yeah, where are we?
All right. Well, today we're down at Port Stanley.
Yeah, Port Stanley.
In the marina, actually. We're at the marina. Good
Yeah.
place to enjoy a nice day off, I'd say.
Yeah, I think we might have a bit of lunch later or something, eh?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are watching this in other countries and other provinces, but we're having an extreme heat wave, and it's in the 40s here with the humidity, so it's quite difficult to work, dangerous. So here we are, relaxing.
Yeah. So we've got some questions.
We do have some questions from, some of these were sent to Bloke here. We got from Nab Wood Kid, and he's wondering what the cheapest way to do shelving is. Do you make it, or should you buy it? What do you think, Bloke?
I'd say actually buy it. If you're only doing a small bit, I mean, by the time you buy the materials and you put it all together and everything, you might as well go to IKEA or something like that. They do great shelves there, don't they?
They do. They got the little invisible mullions, so you don't have that big rail going up, and you can have different sizes and shapes.
And styles.
Yeah. It is a little bit time-wise. Hey, if you got nothing better to do than putz around, you want to make some shelves, cool.
Yeah. If not, go buy them.
Go buy them. I'd say go buy them.
Easiest way. That's what I do anyhow.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What else we got there?
All right, we got from 4345G. It says,
What's this?
This is Bloke. What is your favorite sunglasses?
Well, these are my ones that I drive in, but my favourite pair I think would have to be the first pair that I started wearing. Those orange ones. Everybody seems to like those best, yeah. So and they are my favourites, yeah.
That is good.
Yeah, they're my favourites.
I like those ones too. Yeah, they're good. The yellow ones are good too.
Yeah.
Red ones, yellow ones, they're good.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
All right, here's a question for me, I guess it is, and it says also from the 4345G guy, is wondering how long that Bloke and I have worked together. Oh man, it's been like a life sentence, I have to say. Right from the day I met this guy, it's just been painful every step of the day. Yesterday, he managed to empty half a bag of what was that stuff now?
Oh, I don't know. That stuff we put on a drive.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Hold on a sec.
Something flakes, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, flakes, Dow flakes, and it's
Dow
basically
flakes.
it's a chemical that we use to keep the dust down. It's like turns it and it's white flake, and it basically turns into like almost like an oil when it hits the sun.
Sticks it all together.
So they were already loaded in the truck, and
well, I said to use my truck, but you said no.
They were loaded in my truck, so no. And I spent 3 hours cleaning it the few nights before, and he managed to dump half a bag.
Half a bag in there, so it looks quite nice now.
Yeah, not good, not good. Let's see. From Famous Wolfie, we have Bloke and Joe's first car. What was your first car, Bloke?
Well, I had a Hillman Avenger 1500 GT, and it was a nice car, but it was a bit of a dog, and I spent lots of money always trying to keep it running. So,
is that a British car?
That's a British car, yeah. Hillman Avenger.
For those of you in the rest of the world, British cars are crap, as you know. Here you've heard it right from the source.
Yeah, the older ones.
Good.
You're always repairing them.
Yeah.
Technology's gone a long way now.
It sure has, yeah.
What was yours?
My first car was actually gifted to me, and it was a '68 Pontiac Strato Chief with a 327. It was my great-grandfather's car, and then it was my grandparents' car, and they drove it for years. And when I turned 16, they gave it to me. Unfortunately, I didn't have the money to drive it on the road, so I had it a couple of years, and then I gifted it to one of my relatives. That was the only way I can get rid of it. So the actual first vehicle that I drove on the road was an F-150 four-wheel drive.
Really?
With a 6-cylinder 300 straight.
Nice.
Bet you're happy about that, aren't you?
Yeah, because I like the Fords, you know that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I always liked Fords too, but then, you know, I don't mind. It's all good. All right, that was it for that. Now we got Jim and JR 9199. Oh, this is the one about the contracting license.
Yeah.
He's an American, and he's wondering what it's like to have a general contractor's license here.
Well, you just register yourself as a contractor.
Business license.
Business license. We don't really have a contractor's license.
No, there's no specific license. You have to be registered with each city.
Yeah.
Like a city vending license. But everybody that works for you, sub-trades when it comes to plumbing, electrical,
they're all licensed.
Heating, ventilation, air conditioning, gas
like
fitters.
specialist licenses, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
interprovincial tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
They can only do that. That's how you get the permits. You can't get a permit without licenses.
Yeah. We're just like glorified babysitters.
We
Really,
babysit grown men.
yeah.
Sometimes
Make sure
it's
they
painful.
do it right. Yeah.
Most time it's painful.
Yeah. So that's answered that one, yeah.
Okay, we got from Downhill Mad. What's your best memory of the farm, bloke?
Ooh. Well, I've had a lot of good times up there. I'd say when we first had the oval track, and we did the oval track racing, and Pug was down there, we did a lot of good stuff when Pug was there. He brought a lot of good vehicles. He had the fastest car, his race car, on a farm. Yeah, they were great times. I suppose they were my best memories really of there. Yeah. We we don't know what's going to happen this summer. It's starting off a bit slow, but
they're all pretty good memories then.
Yeah, good memories, yeah.
Oh, good. Good. And it says, oh, they're wondering what happened to our restaurant deal.
Ah, yeah. What did happen?
What did happen? Well, we've reviewed it, and it's not over, but we're having little issues with separating the upstairs for the apartments, and it only works business-wise if you can make money. So we're trying to work on that and figure that out. You can't spend $1 to turn over 4 quarters.
No, no.
So it's not dead in the water, but we are working on it. All right, from Card Drawer 10. Oh gosh, I hate this one. What was my first accident? What was yours?
Oh yeah. Well, we'll do mine first. I was in England. I had a Ford Granada Scorpio, they were quite fast. And coming home from work, it was very icy near the winter time. Went down into this hollow in some woodland area, and driving along, and all of a sudden we weren't on the road anymore, and we were round and round in circles. Cut the trees out and ended up upside down. But luckily no one was hurt, but except for the car.
Car got hurt.
Well, there was nothing left of it. It was scrap. Yeah.
Well, I have to say I have some not so good fond memories when it came to driving as a young adult, we'll call it. I think myself and every other male 16-year-old out there with hormones and a driver's license thinks that he's Mario Andretti. Yeah. Of course, I knew at the time I was Mario Andretti, and I ended up 1 month in, took my mother's brand new K car out because I had the desire to have brand new guitar strings at that moment in life, and drove into the city and got my guitar strings. I pulled a left-hand turn on a green light, and unfortunately it was green for the other side, and I got hit and took the front end off my mother's car. That wasn't the worst part. The worst part was my father worked for Greyhound, and as the car was in pieces in the middle of the intersection, he came in from his trip on the very corner where he stopped the bus, opened the side window, took a look at it, shook his head and kept going. Therefore I knew I was in a lot of crap before I even got home. So that part sucked. That was a bad one. And I've had several after that.
Oh, you've had a really nice one as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
I'll show you the picture one day, eh?
Yeah, I've had some pretty good ones. Head-on collisions. I actually hit a cruiser. I never told you that.
Oh.
Yeah, I spun out in some ice.
I
hit a pickup truck, and actually the cruiser ran into me. So technically, it was a woman driving.
It was his fault. Her fault.
Her fault, yeah. But it wasn't good either. That was a brand new truck too, though. So yeah, I probably should have never had a license. I'm thinking. Probably not.
That's why Bloke always drives.
Bloke drives. I actually hate driving. I try to avoid it like the Black Plague. Yeah. Okay, so that's a good one. Oh, here's a good one for you. What do you think's the best kind of piping for residential housing? Do you like the copper lines, or do you like the plastic PVC lines, or what would you suggest for water lines?
Well, people always use copper because they've always used it. Yeah? So, like a lot of the plumbers, they still stick to that. But we've done a lot, and we've used that Wurzbow, haven't we?
Wurzbow's really good.
It's really good. It's quick. It cuts down a lot of labour.
You can drill small holes everywhere. You can turn corners with it.
And you haven't got fire in a house, yeah?
And less joints. I mean, you solder up a few hundred joints in a house. You better hope like hell it doesn't leak when you turn the water on.
But that Wurzbow's good. But you've got to have the right tool to put the fittings on, haven't you?
It's a $200 tool. It's a Wurzbow tool. And the nice thing is about it, if you want to put a T in somewhere or a tap in somewhere, you just slice it with a knife, and you put in a couple of fittings, and it's done in seconds.
Yeah, it's really good, really quick. Yeah. And a lot of the new houses going over to that now.
That's right.
Because it's quick and cheap. Yeah.
And what's good too is if your house freezes, if by some reason your furnace kicks out, it can expand like 3 times that size, so it doesn't break.
Doesn't break.
It's designed to expand. That's how the fittings go on. It's on a compression fitting.
Technology. So.
Oh, this is This is a good one from Firefighter X100. This question is that they've put in a three-way switch, and he can't seem to get the other one working without turning the other one off, did he say?
Yeah, without turning one of them off or something.
Turning one of them off. My first suggestion to you, Firefighter X100, is you being a firefighter, you really shouldn't be playing with electricity so you don't burn your house down. Hire a professional, or your friend's house, or anybody else. You should have probably learned that one. But the three-way switch is it's difficult, but it's easy. You know, you got a black, a red, and a neutral. Chances are you've got one of the neutrals mixed up on the lower switch, or there's no power going to the one switch, and by turning that one off, you've bypassed it.
Yeah.
So as long as you got the three-way running between the switches and then the neutral coming from the panel or your source, then you should be okay. If not, if you can't figure that one out, just use a tester. And what I do is I just switch the wires around, and after a while you just kind of get it. But I remember once I spent about 4 hours when I was younger trying to figure that out. So
worst thing is only going to blow a breaker anyhow.
It'll blow a breaker.
So,
that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's about it. So I think we should just go down to the beach now. What do you think?
Let's go to the beach. All right. Well, there you go, tubers. From your crazy British bloke here. Yeah. We'll talk to you again soon.
Sayonara. Have a good one.